Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our apologies for the delay on the start of tonight. It is the Sonoran Sidewinders versus Assault River Scorpions. I'm alongside Ana de la Cruz.
First down.
Welcome back, guys, tonight.
Yeah, we're 45 seconds into this game. We just had to delay a power outage, and that is why we were unable to start the live. But we are here, and the Sidewinders have the football, Ana.
Yes, they do. We're here. We're better than ever. We're ready for this football game to begin.
Yeah, and it's going to be a first down and 10 for the Sidewinders. We have a shotgun formation right here. Two receivers on the left side, one on the right side. The quarterback drops back. He strikes it right down the middle. Incomplete.
That pass is incomplete.
Pass was to number 17.
Logan Davis right there was the attempt on that pass. Unfortunately, the throw was a bit high, so the pass was incomplete for now, but we'll see if he's the next target as well.
Yeah, Ana, today we have, unnormal, you can say, conditions in Arizona, right? Just a ton of rain, and it's definitely impacted travel here. It's kind of a quiet environment, understandably so, with the rain. So just talk about how the rainy environment, impacts the game.
Definitely a lot. We see the stands are pretty wet, so fans that are here are pretty dedicated. The drive here, of course, was pretty tough, but we battled some rain already pregame, so we'll see how tonight plays out.
And it looks like there's going to be a false start right here. We'll see on what side of the football it is, and it looks like the Scorpions.
Start. Number 99, offense. Second down.
Yeah, I was about to say the Scorpions look quite happy about the flags. I assumed it was going to be a false start in the offense. Everybody's kind of shaken up by the start of today, right?
I feel like we're all just barely getting back into it. It's been a minute.
Everybody's getting their mind back into it, right? The game just started, delayed following a power outage in the middle of kind of weird conditions.
Some rain.
Yep, it's been an interesting Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Got to admire the football players for playing on the field today in these conditions. And we are in the next play, and the ball is handed off right down the middle. A stampede of Scorpions tackle the running back for a short gain.
Yeah, he just tried making his way somehow through the middle. Unfortunately, was not able to, as he was tackled down pretty soon. So we'll just try and see what they do on third down and long right here.
Yeah, the Scorpions are in a good position to start out today. 20 minutes into the game pretty much, but we're 2 minutes into the game. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is only 12-minute quarters today due to the conditions, I infer. So
I'm assuming so. The field's pretty wet, so we'll see.
Yeah, plus you never know with the weather. It looks like it's going to storm the rest of the night. I am no weatherman, but that's what my phone tells me. So very understandable.
Absolutely.
Third down, shotgun formation once again, play action. And a swarm of defenders coming after the quarterback. And, wow, that was complete to the receiver who has some space down the middle.
Pass is complete.
That was Tyler Haynui with the catch.
Haney, I believe so.
That was an impressive play by the quarterback right there, right? While the pressure was coming, multiple Scorpion defenders being right there, and as he got hit, was able to throw it up. You could say it was a little bit of luck.
Yeah, he kind of did a Patrick Mahomes throw right here under pressure, just kind of trying to get rid of it last second, see what he can do, see what play he can make.
Was that more luck or skill, in your opinion?
Skill. I feel like it takes some skill to be able to make that throw and still have it on target.
He got hit so hard, though, and the ball went so high. Sometimes I kind of question if that was the intended target because it was the player rolled out, right, and it kind of went right to him.
It worked out.
Next play, the ball is handed off to the outside, and a couple Scorpion defenders with the tackle.
Yeah, we see them trying to take a route on the left side of the field. This one did not work out for the Sidewinders as some Scorpions were there pretty quickly.
1 yard line.
Yeah, let's talk about that third down play once again, because if you're the Scorpions, right, you're putting immediate pressure on the offense, right, the first 2 plays, and then the third down, you go for the sack, but then it just, kind of mirror. I'm leaning towards more luck on that play, but, it felt like, unfortunate circumstances on the Scorpions' defensive side when it was pretty good defense for the most part.
Yeah, it was good defense, and like you said, they were looking for that sack right there on that third down, but somehow quarterback was able to make that play. Receiver found the ball too, so it just worked out for them.
Yeah, football's all about recovery, right? What are you going to do in response to it? And we're next play, another shotgun formation, a play action to the outside, and it is incomplete. The intended target was number 14, Anthony Ramirez.
Yeah, Anthony looked like he was there, but just a bit short, out of his reach.
Yes, and good defense right there, putting pressure on the wide receiver, putting the hit right the moment the ball came to the wide receiver, right? So third down once again, and if you're the Scorpions, I'm sure you want to reduce the odds of those, outlier plays that happen in third down scenarios.
Yeah, so far we've seen that they've been pretty aggressive on those third downs, really just tackling on that defense and finding a way to somehow get to them.
Yes, absolutely. Once again, we are 7:44 remaining in the first quarter. It's going to be 12-minute quarters today, so shorter than normal. But you know what? Everybody has to adjust in these environments tonight. And
it'll work as long as we get some football.
Interesting formation, 3 receivers in the out, and we see a quick motion on one of the 2 running backs on the right side. And the pass is incomplete. The intended target was number 5, Ben Takiri.
Yeah, it seemed like that pass was pretty low, out of Ben's reach right there. He really tried doing what he could not just find a way to get that ball into his hands.
Yeah, it looked like the pass was a little forward, right? And he wasn't – it was kind of a cool, formation, you can say. They had 2 running backs right there, and then they had, I think it's a 23 personnel, I believe it's called, which basically means – or – yeah, it's okay, I got to work on my math. I got to work on my math and my football knowledge. But, yeah, there were 2 running backs right there, 3 receivers. Or it's 20 personnel because you have 2 running backs and 0 tight ends in that play. There you go.
Got
20
it.
personnel, yes. Got to shake the memory back, right, on this late Saturday night. And so we have 4th down, I believe, and the offense is going to go for a drop back. Deep pass, 1 receiver on the left side, incomplete. Good stop by the Scorpions. That was a great stop by the Scorpions. Multiple defensive backs in the presence of that play.
Yeah, it looked like that intended target was Thade Ferris, but that throw was just a bit high, out of his reach as well. But we've seen the quarterback we've seen Tyler kind of just showing that off that arms already pretty soon in the game. We're seeing he likes throwing the ball so far.
Yes, absolutely. I believe it's a 1st down and 10 for the Scorpions, but I want to wait for verification on that mark. I believe it's going to be a 1st down the Scorpions. So what do you think of going for it on that field position?
I feel like they're at a really good spot right now. So we'll just have to see how aggressive their offense comes out. We saw their defense was really aggressive to begin the game. So we'll see what their approach is on the other side of the ball.
Yes, and that 1st down, first play, handed off right up the middle for a gain of a few yards. Modest gain. That was number 2, Trey Edwards with the ball.
Yeah, it seems like he got the ball and did whatever he could. He ran up the middle as far as he could. Got a couple yards, so looking good so far for the Scorpions.
The Scorpions are in a very favorable position to start out today, right? Within 40 yards, 37 yards right now from the end zone. Certainly a good spot and a great defensive start. It's 1st down. The ball is handed off to the back once again, who pushes up the middle. A swarm of offensive linemen are trying to help him up. Unsuccessful for a gain of a couple yards.
Yeah, they gained a couple more yards on that one. We saw the receiver kind of make his way through that defense somehow, just push himself through as far as he could. They got the yards, so I feel like play worked out for them still.
Yes, they're at a very good spot of the field. Ideally, you want to get right in the 20-yard range for a field goal at least, and also an opportunity for a touchdown. We'll see if they get there. 3rd down, another handoff, and the Sidewinders fully anticipate that run, quickly stopping it.
Yeah, we see that Sidewinder defense really pushing on this Scorpions offense soon in the game. They're kind of finding them, getting there, and just making the plays, tackling them.
Quick defensive start for both teams. You can make the pretty evident case that the Scorpions are at a better position to go for a 4th down, considering you are on the Sidewinders' 35-yard line. And it looks like they are going to pursue that decision. The offense still on the field. Quarterback drops back, scans the field, throws it to his right side. Complete! Past the 20. Still up! Inside the 10-yard line.
Beautiful play right there. Saw the pressure was on him, found his receiver. His receiver was at a good spot. Not many defenders around him, so he was able to kind of move the ball up a bit for the Scorpions. And we see that they are getting closer and closer to their end zone.
Yeah, just, great composure by the quarterback right there, right? Sensing pressure, escaping it, stepping up, throwing it to his right side, a concise pass right to the receiver who's able to stay up.
Yeah, receiver found a way to stay up and gain some more yards for his guys while he could.
Yep, and we have 3 receivers on the outside. It's a quick handoff, quickly stopped. The runner was number 0, Eric Bryce, and the quarterback is Trey Edwards.
Yeah, you just kind of see that as soon as the ball was handed off, a defender, a sidewinder, you could say, was just right there, perfect timing for everything, and he was able to stop that play, stop it from getting any further.
And the offense is walking back on to the next play. For a second, I thought there might be a penalty because it looked like the offense is moving back, but it doesn't seem like the case. It's going to be a second down situation right here. 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. Edwards looks down the middle of the field, incomplete.
Nice play by number 9 right there on the Sidewinders. Juice Hempfield, who found a way to kind of make sure that touchdown doesn't happen, at least on his watch.
Yeah, that was great anticipation by the defense, absolutely.
Yeah, great defensive play, especially in a situation like this when they're that close to making that touchdown.
What do you think the Scorpions should do in this third down?
I feel like they should still throw the ball. If they have to run it, then they will, but I feel like their throws so far have been good. It's just been kind of unlucky.
Yes, and there seems to be a little miscommunication on that route. Edwards is not able to complete it to his wide receiver, who is number 11, Demarion Anderson. So we have 4th down.
4th down. Are they still going for it? Are they getting their kicker out?
Yeah, it's a tough dilemma, right? But looks like, it's 4th and long. Getting a kicker out here makes a lot of sense as well. Just because, it's 32-ish yard field goal at this point, 37.
Yeah, they got a ways to go for that field goal.
It's a 4th down. Edwards rolls to his left side, scans the field, multiple pressures, going the outside, lobs in the end zone, and is caught! Touchdown, Scorpions! Wow!
Beautiful play by the receiver right there. He kind of just waited for the ball. He knew he was at the corner of the field, so he made sure the ball was in his hands before he actually fell down. But beautiful play, beautiful read. Nice throw.
That was a great throw.
Very nice throw.
Yeah, I believe the wide receiver who was able to catch that touchdown was number 9 with the catch. Yeah, that was impressive, wasn't it? On the 4th down scenario, right? Being able to roll to your outside, sense the pressure, and lob such a precise throw on the back end of the end zone, and the field goal is good. So the Scorpions start out hot in this cool Arizona night. Scorpions are up 7-0, and we'll take our first break.
Hello everybody, my name is Kate Cameron, and I'm a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm incredibly excited to get started with Varsity Sports Show. As a former high school athlete and Arizona native, I'll be giving you, the viewer, an in-depth look of the play on the field while emphasizing the culture that is the heart and soul of Arizona sports. Varsity Sports Show Nation, let's ride.
Yeah, and I believe that touchdown was caught by, yes, it was number 9 with the catch. And now the Scorpions start out incredibly hot. That was Dezani McIntosh with the catch.
Beautiful catch right there by Dezani. Kind of waited on it too.
Right, just incredibly clutch on, both the quarterback and the wide receiver in such an urgent situation. And now the Sidewinders have the opportunity to respond. The kick returner tries to juke away. He stays up, avoids a tackle. He pushes inside the 30. He is still up. An impressive return past the 40-yard line.
That was Boogie Watkins with that play right there. He did his job, waited for the ball, got the yards he needed, put his team at a good spot right here to get his offense rolling and kind of respond to that touchdown and that.
Okay, sideline warning, receiving team.
Wow, so we have a sideline warning to start out. But let's just talk about that touchdown to McIntosh, right? Just talk about what's going through the quarterback Edwards' head as well as the wide receiver in a situation where there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, definitely saw the pressure, those defenders trying to get that sack on 4th down especially. So it was a great job by both sides, by both the quarterback and the receiver to be able to complete that play under the pressure.
Yeah, it's been an interesting start to this game. So the Sidewinders proceeded with the football. They go for it on a 4th down at around the 35 to 40-yard line. It set up the Scorpions in a favorable offensive position and, at the very last second, capitalized.
Yeah, they definitely did what they had to and capitalized on that play. Especially, it was 4th down.
I was going to ask you early in the game, right, because it's a wet environment, of course, with the rain. Being able to throw the football and, a running favorite environment, I would say, quite impressive.
Oh, definitely. I don't think I'd be able to even catch a football in this environment.
We can figure that out later. But first run to the outside at around the 44-yard line being stopped.
Yeah, we kind of saw them just run over that way, trying to get some yards, try to put this team at a good spot for a 1st down.
Yes, the Scorpions pretty effective defensively early, right? Stopping the team on the 4th down scenario, middle of the field. Now the Sidewinders are looking to respond aggressively because the Scorpions scored a touchdown in an incredibly aggressive way, throwing to the end zone on a 4th down situation.
And not just any part of the end zone, corner end zone,
Good point.
right at the end.
Yep, in the offense, shotgun formation right here. Got one receiver in the slot, one on the right side, and we got one tight end perhaps in a position to do a motion. There's no motion. The ball is handed off. Number 5 to the left side. Quickly stopped by that Scorpions defense.
Yeah, we see Ben Takiri right there on that carry. He kind of just made it as far as he could, but we've seen the Scorpion defense be really aggressive since the jump of the game. We saw it on the offense as well. They're just playing aggressive.
Yeah, it's been a very aggressive running defense, right? It's a 3rd down situation, as we just heard, 2:46 remaining in the first quarter. So if you're the Scorpions defense, what should you anticipate in this type of situation, 3rd down and medium?
I think that because they kind of want to respond to that touchdown, they should try going for a pass, seeing how far that may get them, but even just a 1st down, really. That's what they need.
Absolutely. And we see an I formation here in the 3rd down, so we have quarterback in the huddle. We actually have multiple players, one player behind the quarterback. It is handed off right away, right up the middle. They're testing the run defense, and looks like a 1st down.
Yeah, he handed that ball off to number 25, who is Brandon Barrios. Brandon kind of made his way up the middle, which actually ended up being a 1st down. Kind of called that one.
Their first timeout of the first half.
And following that 1st down, there's a timeout by the Sidewinders. So let's just talk about, that 3rd down play, running it up right the middle and testing that Scorpions defense and succeeding.
Yeah, that was a risky play for sure. You kind of just all the defenders are going to be right up the middle. So making your way in, you're going to have to kind of scooch and just spin across a bunch of guys. And somehow they made it work. Got that 1st down that they needed.
Usually in 3rd down situations, right, the offense tries to respect, the defense in terms of dropping back and try to make a play via air, or if you're handing it off, it's usually an outside, maybe a jet sweep or some sort of formation where the running back goes on the outside. I just think it's crazy, going right up the middle, right at the heart of the defense. You're testing the heart of the Scorpions defense that was able to get an early stop.
Exactly. That was a risky play because all the defense is right there, but it ended up working out.
Yeah, so now following that timeout, we see the Sidewinders offense heading back on the field at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. It's been an incredibly rainy day, pretty much all day in Phoenix, Arizona. If anybody lives here in Phoenix, I'm sure you would.
All across the valley, honestly.
All across the valley witnessed that, right? But we are here, and there's no rain, fortunately, so we can see some beautiful football tonight.
Glad we get to still
Hopefully.
see some
Let's
football.
not jinx it. But at this moment, it's a 1st down and 10 for the Sidewinders at I formation. We see one safety in the outside for the Scorpions. And it's a handoff right up the middle once again. First succeed. If you first don't succeed, try. Again, the Scorpions stop it right up the middle this time.
Once again, Tyler Harry passed that ball to Ben Takiri. Ben, unfortunately, was not able to really get anywhere right there as that defense was just right there.
I think it's funny because it was about 3rd down and 5, right? And then this play, doing the exact same thing, losing 5 yards. So you get the 1st down opportunity once again, but now you're 5 yards behind in a 2nd down situation.
Yeah, I mean, losing those yards, hopefully it doesn't hurt them.
And we have a shotgun formation right here. Similar defensive formation for the Scorpions. And we see a low snap, handed it off. Running back is in the outside. Gets a first down, it looks like. Or no, my apologies.
No,
Wrong marker. Getting past it's about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Yeah, he handed it off right there to Brandon Barrios, who we saw him hand it off to earlier. We've seen Brandon right there with a lot of plays, a lot of action so far in this game, and also Ben. So it looks like 2 more reliable guys so far.
Yep, he's been very involved in the running game early.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have both teams, preparing for the next play. The offense for the Sidewinders in the huddle. The Scorpions start out with a 7-point lead. The clock is coming down. We're near the 30-second mark, and it's just been a very run-heavy start for the the Sidewinders.
Yeah, we've seen them more on that run game.
Yep, and we are on the next play. Similar formation once again, shotgun formation, 2 receivers on the right side. Low snap once again. The quarterback rolls out, scans the field. There's some pressure. Wide open receiver. Number 87 catches it. Hard hit on the ground.
Yeah, that was Thade Ferris on the catch right there, who's also had some action tonight. Great catch right there. Quarterback once again under pressure somehow found a way to get rid of the ball, which ended up working out for him.
And that is the end of the first quarter. We hear the buzzard sound. Scorpions start hot, 7-0 in this cool Phoenix, Arizona night. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. Founder-level sponsors, the Kristen Graziano Group with HomeSmart Elite, are proud to be Saguaro alumni, community advocates, and your hometown realtors. The Kristen Graziano Group is ranked in the top 1.5% of real estate teams nationally, and your top-selling team right here in SaberCat territory. The Kristen Graziano Group can currently be seen on the Emmy-nominated TV show Selling the Valley of the Sun. When you're ready to buy, sell, or want to know the value of your home, reach out to the group that knows the neighborhood, the Kristen Graziano Group.
We are back at the dawn of the second quarter. The Scorpions are up 7-0, and now the Sidewinders have the football, have been able to convert on a couple first downs, and there's a handoff. Defense anticipates it right up the middle. Quick stop for the Scorpions.
Oh, yeah, it looked like that defense was just waiting for Tyler to just hand off that ball, really, because they were right there. As soon as he handed off, they were there to make that tackle.
Yeah, it feels like after that 3rd down and 5 situation where they ran right up, it looks like the defense is starting to have, more sense of the runs going right down the middle.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they're kind of catching on by now.
Yep, and the defense will have to, also put consideration in the outside sweeps that we've seen. We've seen quite a bit of those. It's just been very run heavy, but we also saw that one catch, right? The quarterback rolls to his right side, throws to number 87, catches it.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Scorpions will have to take account for all those different offensive type of sets. And it's going to be a 2nd down for the Sidewinders offense. Hands it off right down the middle once again. Keeps testing the Scorpions defense, but the Scorpions, they passed that test this play.
Yeah, they've really been just going at it to the middle right there, trying to find a way through, get through this defense. Once they find a way out, I'm sure they'll be fine.
It's a 3rd down and 13 situation for the Scorpions defense, so very favorable. Anna, what should the Scorpions, consider coming into this play?
I know that they're catching on to the plays coming up the middle, but I feel like maybe they should take into account that this team might switch up their plays sooner and later, and they're going to stop going up the middle. So I feel like they might have to stop relying that the ball is just going to come towards the middle and maybe just kind of watch all over. Especially
3rd down long, and the team is indeed going to pass the ball. Immediate pressure. Good stop by that Scorpions defense, bobbling the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like the intended receiver was Anthony Munoz Ramirez. Anthony unfortunately had a defender right in front of him, was not able to make that catch right there. He was right on the edge of the field as well.
Yeah, great credit to that Scorpions defense. We had that one pass rusher immediately right there at the quarterback, and the offense, wasn't able to execute. It was a good throw on the right side, but it was bobbled up.
Yeah, it was a great throw. Nice play. Like I said, they're going to start going to the corners,
The pass rusher was Kenneth Johnson, who bothered the quarterback on that throw.
Nice defensive move right there.
Great defensive moves. We have 4th down. This offense has been testing the Scorpions defense in many ways, especially in 4th down. And so we have 4th down long. They're going to drop back and pass. Kenneth is right at the quarterback again. Very similar play outcome that play. Kenneth goes right at the quarterback, Kenneth Johnson, and leads to an incomplete pass. So the Scorpions coming back on the field with an opportunity to lead by 2 possessions.
Yeah, once again, that throw was intended for Thade, but unfortunately it was just out of his reach, a little far. But Scorpions are coming back out. I'm sure they're going to come back strong still. Their defense has looked pretty strong out there.
Yeah, the defense, especially in the passing game, right? We've seen immediate pressure on the quarterback on 3rd down and 4th down consecutive plays, right? The Scorpions defense has been very impressive so far, Anna.
Absolutely. They've just been right on their game.
And the Scorpions are back on the football field. Like I said, with the opportunity to lead by 10 to 14 points, 10 to 15 if you count the 2-point conversions. 9:57 remaining in the second quarter. A short game tonight, 12-minute quarters. We see one running back in the back with the quarterback in a shotgun formation. Edwards drops back, scans the field, wide open receiver. It's caught at the 30. He is up. Nothing but daylight. Touchdown, Scorpions. Quick start.
Touchdown, Scorpions.
Wow.
Wow. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. As like previous touchdown, his receiver was waiting for him pretty much wide open. So far, I feel like the quarterback's had a great opportunity to just scan the field and find his receiver.
Yeah, it looks like it was number 0 on the offense.
Yeah, it was. He just got the ball. As soon as it was in his hands, he just started sprinting.
Number 0, Gus Owens with the touchdown catch.
Thomas Carnegie on for the point after attempt.
So what do you think of that play?
I think it was played out nice. It played out in the Scorpions' favor. I mean, he did have a defender right on him, kind of trying to get him, but he found his way through. He's pretty fast. He made his way down the field fast, too. Had all the time he needed and ended up in a touchdown.
Yeah, we've seen a dynamic passing game so far, and now it's a 14-point lead. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Paul Schultz. I'm a senior at ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, and I'm a proud member of the Varsity Sports Show team. I'm a contributor to the radio show. I'm one of our hosts for the Varsity Weekly show on the NFHS network. I operate cameras for our football broadcasts and occasionally work as a play-by-play broadcaster and color commentator throughout the season as well. And I'm so excited to gather new skills and continue to share stories working with the Varsity Sports Show.
So the Scorpions, super dynamic offensively and defensively, with a 14-point lead. Anna, let's talk about that offensive drive that was really quick.
Yeah, I feel like their offense has been making plays as fast as they can, finding ways to get to that end zone and really just help their quarterback out.
Yeah, and on that play right there, it was a very short kick, and it was returned for very minimal yards, but it's a 40-yard line where the Sidewinders are going to start offensively.
Yeah, not a bad place to start. So we'll see how the Sidewinders come out on this possession. We've seen them run the ball a lot so far. Saw Tyler make a couple throws. He's not afraid to pass the ball.
Yep, no doubt. We have seen this Scorpions defense. There's been a couple occasions where they've given up, third and intermediate, you could say, on the run. But the pass defense has been really strong, the pass rushing, and most of the running defense has been incredible as well.
Absolutely. They've been on top of their game as well.
Yep, and that is why it is a 14-0 lead for the Scorpions. It's just been boom on both sides of the field.
It really has. Both teams, too.
Yep, but the Scorpions have the scoreboard to show for it with a 14-point lead.
Exactly.
And the Sidewinders have the football. We see a quick motion on the right side to the receiver in the motion, and quickly flushed up by that Scorpions defense.
Yeah, Tyler handed it off to Boogie Watkins right there. Boogie really couldn't do much. He was just trying to make it to run to his right side. But as we've been talking about all game, that Scorpion defense has just been finding these guys and really just taking them down as soon as possible.
And the moment we see that tackle, fireworks are turning on in the background. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so.
I heard him.
Yep, the moment the tackle came, I just started hearing fireworks, and I was like, okay, what is going on? And then
someone watching this game
someone
at
watched
home.
this game, saw the tackle, saw the score, and was like, okay, let's get the fireworks going.
All right, let's get them going.
Yep, exactly. And now we're on the next play. Second down and long. And there's a run right up the middle. Some space. And the running back still up. Breaks the tackle past the 50 into the 40. He is still trucking down at the 36-yard line.
Right there, he handed it off to Brandon. Brandon found a way to get through a couple defenders. You know, he had to work through some troubles to get to where they are now. So that was a great run by Brandon. You know, looked like he was going to be free, but those Scorpion guys really caught up to him really last second. Got as far as he could. Great run, great drive.
That was a strong run, right? Looked very determined right down the middle, was able to break a tackle and just keep going. And then it took multiple defenders to bring him down. That relentless, trait was very expressive in that play.
Yeah, we really saw him just kind of keeping his eyes open for whoever was around him. Unfortunately, he did run into some trouble, but made it work.
Yep, and we are right at the next play. The Scorpions defense, bend but don't break. There's another run right up the middle, and the Scorpions respond immediately with the tackle. 5-yard loss.
Do we think that was kind of the Scorpions' way of saying, you can't run on us?
I feel like there's been a lot of big runs up the middle for the Sidewinders, but immediately the next play, they've tried to do it again, and the Scorpions have responded.
Yeah, they were just there. They were on it. They made that stop pretty fast.
You know that parent that says, like, do your homework, and you forget to do your homework, and then they tell you again, then you actually do it, but then it happens all over again. That cycle returns. That's kind of what the running defense has been like.
It's just been a cycle.
Yep, exactly. I'm one of those students that had that issue, but that's a different discussion. But we're at the 40-yard line, and the Sidewinders are another second and long situation. The last second and long situation led to that big run.
I mean, we see they're good in these long situations.
Quarterback drops back, throws it deep into no man's land, incomplete.
I feel like Tyler has been trying to make long throws. Unfortunately, his receivers haven't been able to really connect with the ball and find them. His throws have been a little over him, a little off to the side, but we see his arm. We know he can make the throws. It's just finding his targets now.
Yeah, Daniel Amare, it sounds like, was the target. It seemed like he was trying to break out into that, sweet 15-yard spot, which the quarterback anticipated. Wasn't able to get past that defensive wall the Scorpions created in the outside.
Of course. I mean, those Scorpions are all over.
You have the defensive performance shows for itself. 6:50 remaining in the first half. About the halfway mark because the game is indeed shorter tonight. 14-0 Scorpions. And the Sidewinders want to put points on the board in this third down and long situation.
They're not afraid of these long situations.
Absolutely not. And we seemed like there was a little bit of confusion, and there's going to be confusion as a result there's a timeout for the Sidewinders. We'll be right back.
Chris Scott of RE/MAX is Central Oregon's best realtor for anyone thinking of a vacation home or relocation. He's our very own born and raised Phoenician who moved his family to Central Oregon nearly 15 years ago. Contact Chris if you're thinking of exploring beautiful Central Oregon. It truly is living at its best. 541-999-5614. Proud partner of the Varsity Sports Shows, it's Dylan.
We are back live. 6:49 remaining in the second quarter. The Sidewinders looked like there's a little bit of offensive confusion in terms of the type of formation being ran, type of play being ran. They had a minute or two to talk about it, and both teams are back on the field.
Seems like they figured it out. We'll just have to see the game plan.
Yeah, we'll see if they figured it out on this play, but the Scorpions also had time to talk it over. And now we have, this formation was intentional. We have 3 running backs in the backfield around the quarterback in a very interesting shotgun formation. And
Penalty marker on the field.
the miscommunication may have continued as the rest of the play, potentially for a false start.
We'll have to see what the officials call it.
And a lot of fireworks in the meantime.
I know, kind of weird. I wonder what the occasion is. I mean, there was no more touchdowns. So
Or tackles, right? But, yeah, especially on a rainy night in this weather condition, right?
maybe that's why they're happy.
Trying to get it in as long as they can. And there seems to be some communication between the ref and a player.
Start. Offense.
And it's going to be a false start on the offense. So in a 3rd and favorable position for the Scorpions, it's 3rd and even more favorable. And now we see fireworks in the background for that flag for the Scorpions.
Yeah, I mean, Sidewinders have a ways to go for that first down now. I mean, with that flag, just putting them back a little bit more. We'll just have to see where their headspace is at, how the game's going to play out, how their play is going to play out, really.
Yeah, the Sidewinders haven't had much issues getting the first couple first downs, right? But once it's been in the 3rd and 4th time when you're starting to get past on the Scorpion side of the football field, that's been the struggle. But, hey, it's a 3rd down and very long situation, but still have an opportunity.
And there's still a lot of game.
And golden opportunity for the Scorpions defense. And is bobbled up. Scorpion defense recognizes that. Not quite able to recover the ball, but it's a 4th down and long.
Yeah, it seems like that was a low snap. Maybe, I mean, we've seen a couple low snaps tonight, so maybe they just weren't able to get that one this time.
Yeah, no doubt. It's be a 4th down here for the Sidewinders. So what have been your biggest takeaways for the Scorpions offense and defense thus far today?
So far, they've been both strong, both very aggressive, and they seem very determined. They're really hitting this offense, hitting the defense, just finding a way to work around them, you know, do what they can, do what they have to do to make themselves come out.
Yep, and it's a 4th down situation right here. Very long 4th down. And
even longer.
We haven't seen a punt today. The Sidewinders have been very willing to go for it in 4th down situations, but we see the punt underway here. It is a booming punt into the 20. It bounces backwards and now rolls up at the 13-yard line. And the Scorpions have a chance to push it to a 3-possession lead.
Yeah, we'll see how the Scorpions kind of react to this punt right here. Like you mentioned, we haven't seen one yet. Just have to see what their play is on this punt.
Yeah, we've seen it early, right? Because the Sidewinders have been just super willing to go for it on 3rd or 4th down situations. They've done it twice today, unable to succeed on either one, but they've been going for it. That was just a situation. It's like 4th down and 20 plus, right? So that's a hard one to go for.
Yeah, I feel like it was a smart move right there with 20 yards to go at least for that first down.
Yep.
Would have been a tough play.
Would have been a very tough situation right there. We saw them indeed go for it early on their own side of the football field, but that was a gutsy call. So we've seen, a track of gutsy calls by the Sidewinders, and we see a pass quickly into a tight crevice to the wide receiver and tackled.
Seems like the receiver was kind of trying to get tackled by a defender pretty soon on. Somehow found his way out and kind of, I don't know if he gained up more yards, but I know he was able to kind of get out of that, and then he was then tackled again.
Yeah, it was a very quick, tight throw, 5 yards down the field, and now it's going to be a 2nd down and 2 spots. So it was an 8-yard play for the offense, so good start for the Scorpions.
Yeah, definitely worked out for them with that pass right there. Good play.
See Edwards roll to his right, complete to his wide receiver.
Nice jumping catch by his receiver right there to really be able to make that play. Definitely got the first down.
Yes, it was caught by Henderson on that play. So that's another Scorpions first down.
We've seen a lot of those tonight. They make their moves quick.
Yeah, Demary Anderson has made his presence felt very quickly in this game.
Absolutely. We've seen him all over the field tonight.
And it's a gun formation. Play action, another really tight pass down the middle to number 42, who pushes past the 50 and tackled.
That was a really nice throw right there. It's very tight, very on point. Receiver was there. Perfect play, perfect pass.
It's Ignacio Lopez with the catch.
Nice catch from Ignacio.
Yeah, we've seen Edwards kind of in a different type of way, pushing it down the field with the very quick passes right up the middle, finding that open spot. And this time he rolls it out to his right side, and he's in the back is quickly tackled, and a flag is thrown. It looked like from my angle, perhaps something to do with the collar being tackled.
Yeah, like you mentioned, we've seen some hard throws from Edwards tonight.
33, defense. 15-yard penalty after the end of the run, first down.
Yeah, so the illegal tackle leads to another 15-yard play. So this Scorpions team, mainly by the air, but also by that 15-yard penalty, cruising down the field.
Yeah, I mean, they're just making their way to that end zone closer. They're inching back. Somehow they're making their plays really fast.
Very fast. I like to say surgical per drive, but this hasn't been like incredibly surgical. It's been very quick.
Yeah,
and
very
decisive.
quick.
And now we see the run up the middle, and the running back jukes his way past in the 10 and the 5. Touchdown! His shoulder pad is shaking. Doesn't matter. Wow, another big play for the Scorpions. 3-possession lead, and as I said, it seems like the uniform wasn't fully tucked in, so the shoulder pad was shaking midair.
Yeah, we kind of saw him shaking that as he made his way in there, but he made it in, got that touchdown. It was a nice run, nice grab, nice play.
Yes, the receiver. It was very interesting. I was like, is he good? But then I look closer and I see
It was
the
just
shoulder
the
pad.
uniform.
Yup. He had an open space and was able to blaze by the defenders. And the kick is good. The player who got the touchdown was it's no good, number 32, Marquise Munoz with the touchdown.
Marquise made a good run to that one.
And the Scorpions lead 20-0. Very, very emphatic, and we'll see how they respond when we come right back.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
We are back. The Scorpions are taking a demanding lead, 20-0. Very demanding. We're about 19 minutes and 29 seconds into today's game, and they already have 20 points. So, Anna, what has gone well for this team?
I feel like the fact that they've been able to just make their plays as quick as they have been has really given them the advantage so far. I mean, it's the throws, the passing, the runs. Everything seems to be working out for them. Defense has been very strong. Offense clearly has been strong as well. Receivers have been where Edwards needs them. Edwards has been making throws, and so far, so good.
Firing on all cylinders on both sides of the field, from the bobbles in the air to the quick tackles on the run, and offensively, Edwards has had a very good game, right? And that led to an opening down the middle for that touchdown from Munoz to run past the end zone with his shoulder pad showing, right? But
shoulder pad problem, no problem.
Yeah, no shoulder pad can stop him, right? But now the Sidewinders are coming on the field, trying to get some momentum before halftime. There hasn't been much momentum for that team.
Yeah, I feel like in order for this team to really have a couple points on there before halftime, they're going to have to do more than just run the ball.
Yes, there's been a lot of running the football, not much in the air, but, we see 2 running backs on the side of the quarterback, 3 receivers in the outside. And the quarterback runs it right up the middle. It's a QB run, blazing past the middle, or it was actually a wildcat formation. You don't see a lot of those today, but it led to a first down.
Yeah, we kind of saw them going back to that play up the middle, making that run, finding a way through this time. The Scorpions weren't there, but Sidewinders looks like they're getting some momentum on their side.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of situations where you have 2 running backs on the football field, right? We saw 2. I believe that was a 20 formation right there, 20 personnel on that run because you had 2 running backs and 3 wide receivers. On that Wildcat play, that was interesting. You don't see a lot of Wildcats these days.
You don't. We see a lot of the shotgun.
A lot of the shotgun.
A lot of shotgun.
And see another run attempt, and the pass in the outside. Great pressure by that Scorpions defense, incomplete.
Yeah, once again, we see the Scorpions applying that pressure. You know, they've been aggressive all game, and it looks like they've just been continuing that aggressive mindset throughout.
Incredibly aggressive mindset, right? We saw, looked like a little like bobble or hesitation on that snap, able to give the Scorpions more time to ambush the players in the backfield. There's been a lot of different running formations for the Sidewinders.
Sidewinders.
Sidewinders. My mind just completely froze for a second. Sidewinders. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. And for the 3rd consecutive play, we're seeing a very similar formation.
Yeah, let's see how they go about it this time.
It's a 2nd down. Drop back. Throws it right up the middle. Swatted like Rudy Gobert. Incomplete.
Wow. Defense applying the pressure.
The way you said that. Whoa, we saw defense in football. No, the defense has been fantastic
That
for
was
the
just
Scorpions.
so good. Like, he was, like, at such a perfect spot to make that play.
I felt like I was watching a basketball game right there. It's like a point guard going to the paint and getting swatted by the center, right?
I'm sure James is making fun of my facial expression on that one.
I make fun of anything, so probably. I'll emphasize doing that going forward. Thank you for that. It's a 3rd down and 10 situation. We're kind of approaching the twilight of the quarters, 2:20 remaining. So still some time for the Sidewinders.
They've
Right.
definitely got some time to
My mind,
find their way into that.
Zero clue why my mind froze there. But it's a 3rd down here. Different formation. It's another bobble snap, and it's pitched out to the back, who is quickly tackled at around the 50-yard line. So another 4th down and long. Scorpions with an emphatic defensive stop.
Absolutely. We've seen that all night. It looks like Ben right there was trying to find a way to get through, but worked with what he could, you know.
Yep, and there's a timeout. I couldn't quite catch who the timeout is on. I believe it's the Scorpions.
I think that's what I heard too.
I believe it's the Scorpions. Anna has way better ears than me right now. But, yeah, so it's a timeout. Let's talk about this defense, right? Because you're going to look at the scoreboard and look at the 20 points, say the offense has been fantastic. But what's been the key to this defensive start?
I feel like the defense has been really important in keeping the Sidewinders scoreless tonight because we've seen how strong they really are. They're really everywhere they need to be on the field tonight. They're just making their way around, you know, finding a way through, finding a way to put stops to all these plays.
And now, speaking of stopping on a play, right, it's a 4th down and 10. It'll be interesting because we saw the Sidewinders being incredibly willing to go for it in these type of sets. And it's going to be another test, right?
Absolutely. We've seen them going for it on 4th down. I feel like they will right here as well.
Makes a lot of sense. You're down 20. You don't want to put this offense for the Scorpions in position to score at the end of the half and be up by 4 possessions.
Yeah, just got to do what you can.
It's a 4th down. We see 4 receivers right here. So we have a 10 personnel right here. 1 running back next to the quarterback and 4 receivers on the outside, 2 in the outside, 2 in the slot. Defense is ready. Covering space and a pass right down the middle. No man's land. Scorpions get the ball back.
Nice pass, but unfortunately it was in no man's land.
Yep.
It was right down the middle. No one was really there for it.
We've seen that a couple times this half, right? Because we had that one play earlier where it seemed like the receiver was trying to roll out but then couldn't quite get past that Scorpions defensive wall and kind of got thrown in no man's land. What happened there?
I feel like, I don't know if quarterback kind of found a target right there, and I feel like he maybe might have just thrown it, you know, to get rid of it. But either way.
That'd be intentional grounding, though.
I don't know. Either way, I mean, it was a nice throw. Unfortunately, no one was really there to catch it. It was in a good spot, too.
Yeah, it was open right in the middle. Incomplete, but the Scorpions had the football back. Edwards drops back. He's had a heck of a half. He throws it deep. Out of bounds that time.
Yeah, we've seen Edwards not afraid of throwing that ball deep, really trusting his receivers to get there, you know, finish the play off for him.
Yeah, we've seen this offense all guns blazing, right? Just going deep down the middle as often as possible.
Yeah, they've gone deep. A lot of plays they've made tonight.
Yeah,
really
I feel
nice
like,
job by Edwards right there, like being able to complete those.
what would you say about the balance of the throws? Because I feel like there's also been a decent amount of short passes and intermediate passes. Just a lot of balance between where they select to throw it on the field.
Yeah, not even just that, but with the run game as well. Like, we're not only seeing some throws, like, we've seen it all.
And we saw Edwards right there almost execute an incredibly impressive pass. It was dropped a little behind the wide receiver, but we saw it right there. Edwards rolls to his left and throws it with the receiver going the other direction. Edwards is showing a lot of flashes this half.
Absolutely, really showing off that arm tonight.
No doubt. It is a 3rd down and 10. We haven't seen the Scorpions in this situation in quite some time.
We really haven't, now that you mentioned that. They had been moving down the field pretty fast earlier in the game.
Yup, the Sidewinders are in a favorable position. We'll see if they're able to stop this explosive offense. Edwards drops back. They're not able to. The receiver catches it, and it looks like he got a 1st down.
Kind of stomped a bit before he ever thought about what he was going to move right there.
It's like a little stutter, a little dance move, like, what am I going to do here, right?
Yeah, but he had 2 defenders right in front of him, so there was really no other move for him to do other than just kind of get out.
Yep, but
Made the catch, though.
all that mattered was getting the 1st down, and he was able to get it.
Absolutely. It's what matters.
The clock is winding down, 85 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Edwards drops back, reads the field, gets pressured. He jukes and scoots his way past. He is still up, and he pitches it out. Wow. That was cool.
What a play. He somehow, I thought he was going to get sacked right there with all his defenders around him, but he found a way to just kind of toss it, really.
Tyshawn Mooney right there. Edwards, it seemed like he was trapped, but he was able to find the escape door.
Yeah, I don't know how he was able to do that. That was an impressive play.
He was able to escape that pressure and kind of pitch it out and create decent yards. His anticipation has been great, and he throws it down the middle again deep. It is caught again. Touchdown, Scorpions.
Once again, Edwards going for the long pass, and his receivers just being there. Very on-target throws.
The Sidewinders defense seems to have no answer for this passing game, even in a situation where it seemed like they had an answer. That pitch happened, and that quickly led to that deep touchdown. There were no safeties or anybody in the outside past the receiver. This offense has been incredible, Anna.
Absolutely. We've seen it shine.
And now we have a field goal attempt. A clutch touchdown, too, as we're approaching the end of the 1st half. Only 39 seconds left.
Yeah, they made that one fast.
Made it quick, and that's what you need in these situations. Quick touchdowns, and we'll see what happens with the Sidewinders in these final 39 seconds, but before that, we'll take a quick break.
Hey sports fans, my name is Elia Harriet, and I am super excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show family this fall. I am a former athlete myself, and there is nothing better than the excitement that surrounds sports. I will be reporting, commentating, and giving you content to all your favorite teams. I can't wait to bring my passion for sports from the East Coast to the Valley. See you all in the end zone.
The Scorpions have been firing at all cylinders this entire half, up 27-0, just off this another big touchdown catch right there. And now this defense of the Scorpions will have to contain the Sidewinders offense that has struggled thus far, and we see the kick underway. It is returned, a short kick, dropped, but still caught by a different player as he jukes his way in the outside, finds some space around the 35-yard line, past the 40, tackled.
Yeah, that was number 19, Boogie Watkins right there. Boogie somehow found a way to get that ball into his hands, even though at first it wasn't. And then he kind of just found his way around the defense.
Right.
You know, finding some answers maybe finally.
Seeing Boogie, he goes in the outside right there, right? He did that earlier too.
Yeah, he did.
He was able to cut the outside. The first time it was not as successful. This time he was at least able to get some positive yards after scooting in the outside. You know, kind of going
just
backwards.
Kind of going around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now the Sidewinders are communicating on the sidelines in preparation. Likely trying to go for a quick score here. What'd you think, Anna?
Yeah, I mean, with 27 seconds left before halftime, I feel like they've got to start making their plays as quick as the Scorpions have been tonight.
Yeah, this Sidewinders offense is – this entire team has put itself in a pretty unfavorable position, down 4 possessions. Will have to respond quickly on both sides of the football field to bring itself back into the game, but we've seen crazier things.
We have.
And a quick pass, and boom, shakalaka! That was a hit.
Ow, that hit hurt me. Oh, my goodness.
Boom shakalaka. That was – he got that momentum. He had at least 10 yards in momentum speed and just took it all out. And that is likely how this half is going to end. So that is going to end the first half in another emphatic fashion for the Scorpions, up 27-0. We'll be right back for the start of the second half after a long break.
This program is paid for by the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit educational organization, and its partners.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show, home of Arizona's youth, high school, college sports, and you, empowering education and enabling dreams, right here on KDUS AM 1060 in Arizona. And now, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
Guys, welcome to halftime. It's an interesting, condensed version of the Varsity Sports Show, and hope you guys are enjoying the game, whatever game you're watching. We're doing a little special feature today. We're featuring the Somerville family. And we've got Chris, Dad, Rebecca, Mom, Jordan, Quentin, and Lauren. And I've been studying this because I'm fascinated by it, and we want to get to know this family a little bit better. So first, I'm going to start with Chris and Rebecca. Chris, let's start with you. You are president of the Saguaro Football Foundation. And what intrigues me the most about this is you don't have any kids that attend the school any longer. What brings you back?
The community, supporting Coach Mons and supporting the administration, Miss A and Mr. Harris, the athletic director, and everything that they've done for Quentin and Lauren. I just want to be able to give back to those families in our program and the community that Saguaro serves.
Rebecca, is this nice that Chris stays active with the school, or do you have a bunch of projects at home that he needs to get to that he's just trying to avoid and by participating at Saguaro?
No, he does have a bunch of projects he should be doing at home, but his passion is helping out kids. So of course, I want to keep fostering that and allow him to continue to grow on that path.
Okay. All right. You guys have 3 children. So obviously Jordan is the oldest. Then we have Quentin, and then we have Lauren. Now, each of them does something pretty different. I mean, they've all been involved in athletics to a certain degree, but they've kind of forged their own path that's very distinct. How did you guys encourage them to get involved with extracurriculars? Did you push them into it? Did you kind of let them figure it out on their own? Was there some type of foundation that you laid for them that gave them that path? It's open to either Chris or Rebecca to answer.
You know, that's funny. As you asked that question, I was thinking about that a little bit. But, you know, I got into coaching before the kids were even born. And when we moved here, I got into coaching. I coached. I didn't coach Jordan when he was younger, and I think I started coaching him maybe when he was 12 or 13 years old. And he actually started coaching when he was 14. I started a little bit earlier with Quentin when he was 9, but that kind of sprung board Jordan into having a bug to coach, right? So I remember when he was 14 years old, he presented this offense to me, this offense called Alpha. I'm like, what is this? And then we sat down and looked at it. I'm like, you know what? This may work. And that particular season, I think we were playing 10U football, and we worked on that offense the whole entire year. And we didn't bring it out until the championship game. And that offense won me my first championship. So I'm like, this kid may be on to something.
Alpha.
And yeah, that was at 14 years old. And so he went on to coach. He went on to coach Quinton in basketball that year, and he just got the coaching bug, and it, it kind of, that's where it kind of started at. And I didn't have to encourage Lauren to get involved into athletic training. It was Jordan that got her involved, right? So it was pay it forward type thing. And Lauren's like, hey, if you're going to be at the school, you need to do something. And Jordan actually encouraged her to get involved with athletic training. And that's, and she was there all 4 years at Saguaro and got involved. So, and Miss Nikki, she learned from a great tutor and mentor, and Miss Nikki over at Saguaro. And, it has led her on to do better things in her life as well.
Rebecca, what were the discussions like at the dinner table what was it like? Was it could it be pretty tense at times, talking about the coaching and the playing and the encouragement and all that? I mean, what was all that like?
It could be intense at times because there was sometimes not a real, the fine line, there was a very fine line between coach and dad. So sometimes I had to be the mediator and make sure that everybody knew there was a definite difference between how coach should relate to the kids and how father should relate to the kids. So yeah, sometimes it could get that way, but I think in the end, I mean, they've done great. I mean, amazing adults now.
Were there times when it did seem over the top, and how did you pull the reins back a little bit?
I don't think so. I mean, I think he always recognized, like there wasn't that, over the top. It was just more of a very pointed discussion on maybe improvements that they need to make. But nothing, it just kind of matter of fact.
Hey, Vince, I got one funny story.
Go for it. Go ahead.
He one time Jordan would come home. I didn't feel Jordan was ready to necessarily start on his particular team, and he really wanted to start, right? I mean, he got playing time, but he really wanted to start, and I just didn't feel that he was ready at that time. He had to be about 12 or 13, and so he sends mom after me. Hey, why isn't my kid starting? So I said, it doesn't matter if you start. It matters what happens when you get in the game, right? And I said, would you rather for your son to play one play and start the game and not play for the remainder of the game, or get in the game and play for the duration of the game, right? Regardless if he starts or not. So I said, I'll show you the difference. And so the next game, I started Jordan, first play of the game, and he didn't play the rest of the half. He didn't play. And so I came, and I said, and now he was upset because he didn't play as he normally would have played. I said, but you started the game. That's what your mom wanted. You wanted to start the game, right?
Oh boy.
And so she's like, I get it now. I get it. So if and like it was a matter of perspective about starting versus not starting.
Right.
And today it's like, what do you do when are you going to make an impact or difference when you get into the game? That's the thing, right? That's the big thing. So, and it was a lesson learned for all.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Okay, so Jordan, being the oldest, I got to ask you. So you were in essence a bit of a trailblazer. You had your own offense. You were demanding playing time. Starting privileges. Do you think you had it tougher than Quinton and Lauren, or was it easier?
Without a doubt.
I knew you were going to say that.
Me and Lauren had it much harder than Quinton.
Really? So no middle child syndrome here. He actually had it the easiest. Was he baby?
Yeah, he's still babied.
Yeah, still sitting next to his dad. He's
exactly
probably wearing a diaper right now, huh?
Yeah. 100% next to the mama and dad, and me and Lauren are hard at work.
That's interesting because I'm the youngest of four, and I would have thought, being a female and being the youngest, because the way I look at it is my parents had 3 kids and then they got it right. But, in Lauren's case, I figured we could relate that way, because she was the youngest, maybe babied, treated, but she's obviously working right now, and the two of you guys are just kind of relaxing on a Saturday. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I got a break right now. This is my lunch break.
Yeah.
Right. I go back to work, but yeah, Lauren is definitely the toughest out of the 3 of us by far. It's not even a question.
Yeah. Quentin, question for you. Leaving home and going to a place like UCLA, I'd ask you why there. It's obviously a great place to be. It's obviously a great place to be. But how was it? What was it like leaving home? Homesick?
Yeah, definitely. Growing up and coming home from football practice every day, having dinner made for you, I kind of got used to that loop and having them wake me up every morning for school and staying on top of me for grades. I kind of just, it was like a really fast adaptation to college because I graduated early. So I had a 2-week turnaround from high school to being at UCLA, and I kind of adapted pretty fast just to getting used to doing everything on my own. But I definitely was homesick at first, for sure.
You still bring your laundry home?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, Lauren, sports medicine. So you're a sports medicine student right now. What drew you to that? Obviously being involved in athletics, but why sports med of all things?
I really believe it was just because helping someone individually each day and knowing that just because they're not playing their sport doesn't mean they're not making improvements. And Nikki really taught me that they can come back better than they were before. And so just really being there for that process helped me. It was a motivation.
You and your brothers ever get in fist fights?
No.
Okay.
No.
We know better. We get our butt whooped.
Yeah. You guys know better than to mess with little sister. Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. The Somerville family, Chris Dad, Rebecca Mom. We've got Jordan, Quentin, and Lauren. Guys, thanks so much for allowing us to do this for halftime and giving us a kind of a snapshot of your lives.
Thank you. Appreciate it for having us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show, where our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating an unmatched platform to showcase talent both in front of and behind the microphone in radio, television, podcast, and live streaming. The Varsity Sports Show, still your home for youth, high school, college, and you in Arizona and beyond. Hey fans, thanks for tuning in. I'd like to tell you about a new program called Varsity Weekly. It's a weekly sports recap of sports and events from our amazing broadcast and production team here at the Varsity Sports Show. We were looking for a way to bundle all of the great things our team does throughout the week into one 20-minute program each week, and here it is. We will also feature a special Southern Arizona report from a few of our talented journalists in Tucson. None of this would be possible without the generosity and kindness of our partners and friends of the Varsity Sports Show. If you have any students that are interested in submitting content, let us know. We'd love to feature content in a special segment we call Future Stars. And be sure and listen to the My Recruit Show presented by the Varsity Media Foundation from 7 to 8 a.m. and then the Varsity Sports Show every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Now sit back and enjoy Varsity Weekly, and be sure and look for new episodes every Sunday night this fall. And go Varsity!
Hey guys, it's Noelle Blumel, and I'm super excited to be a part of the Varsity Sports Show team. Since being an athlete my whole life and a former collegiate volleyball player, I value the many benefits that sports bring. Whether it's on the court or field, I'm grateful to have this opportunity to tell your stories and further my pursuit in becoming a sideline reporter. You can catch me on Sundays as one of the Varsity Weekly anchors or calling some games as a color analyst this fall. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you later on the field.
everybody. My name is Kate Cameron, and I'm a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm incredibly excited to get started with Varsity Sports Show. As a former high school athlete and Arizona native, I'll be giving you, the viewer, an in-depth look of the play on the field while emphasizing the culture that is the heart and soul of Arizona sports. Varsity Sports Show Nation, let's ride.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. Founder-level sponsors, the Kristen Graziano Group with HomeSmart Elite, are proud to be Saguaro alumni, community advocates, and your hometown realtors. The Kristen Graziano Group is ranked in the top 1.5% of real estate teams nationally, and your top-selling team right here in SaberCat territory. The Kristen Graziano Group can currently be seen on the Emmy-nominated TV show Selling the Valley of the Sun. When you're ready to buy, sell, or want to know the value of your home, reach out to the group that knows the neighborhood, the Kristen Graziano Group.
Hey everyone, this is Paul Schultz. I'm a senior at ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, and I'm a proud member of the Varsity Sports Show team. I'm a contributor to the radio show. I'm one of our hosts for the Varsity Weekly show on the NFHS network. I operate cameras for our football broadcasts and occasionally work as a play-by-play broadcaster and color commentator throughout the season as well. And I'm so excited to gather new skills and continue to share stories working with the Varsity Sports Show.
Chris Scott of RE/MAX is Central Oregon's best realtor for anyone thinking of a vacation home or relocation. He's our very own born and raised Phoenician who moved his family to Central Oregon nearly 15 years ago. Contact Chris if you're thinking of exploring beautiful Central Oregon. It truly is living at its best. 541-999-5614. Proud partner of the Varsity Sports Shows, it's Dylan. In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Hey sports fans, my name is Elia Harriet, and I am super excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show family this fall. I am a former athlete myself, and there is nothing better than the excitement that surrounds sports. I will be reporting, commentating, and giving you content to all your favorite teams. I can't wait to bring my passion for sports from the East Coast to the Valley. See you all in the end zone.
Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show, where our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating an unmatched platform to showcase talent both in front of and behind the microphone in radio, television, podcast, and live streaming. The Varsity Sports Show, still your home for youth, high school, college, and you in Arizona and beyond. Hey fans, thanks for tuning in. I'd like to tell you about a new program called Varsity Weekly. It's a weekly sports recap of sports and events from our amazing broadcast and production team here at the Varsity Sports Show. We were looking for a way to bundle all of the great things our team does throughout the week into one 20-minute program each week, and here it is. We will also feature a special Southern Arizona report from a few of our talented journalists in Tucson. None of this would be possible without the generosity and kindness of our partners and friends of the Varsity Sports Show. If you have any students that are interested in submitting content, let us know. We'd love to feature content in a special segment we call Future Stars. And be sure and listen to the My Recruit Show presented by the Varsity Media Foundation from 7 to 8 a.m. and then the Varsity Sports Show every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Now sit back and enjoy Varsity Weekly, and be sure and look for new episodes every Sunday night this fall. And go Varsity!
Hey guys, it's Noelle Blumel, and I'm super excited to be a part of the Varsity Sports Show team. Since being an athlete my whole life and a former collegiate volleyball player, I value the many benefits that sports bring. Whether it's on the court or field, I'm grateful to have this opportunity to tell your stories and further my pursuit in becoming a sideline reporter. You can catch me on Sundays as one of the Varsity Weekly anchors or calling some games as a color analyst this fall. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you later on the field.
We are back for the beginning of the second half. The Scorpions have a commanding lead, 27-0 against the Sidewinders. And the Scorpions are to start out this half with the football. So, Anna, let's just talk about that first half a little bit. What were your biggest takeaways?
I feel like we've seen Edwards really throw the ball, make his throws, complete them. Far, short, no matter what it is. It just seems like his passing game has been working for him. And on the other side of the ball, his defense has also been really strong. They've been there to really back him up, get the plays they need to in order to stop that Sidewinder offense.
When you take a 27-0 lead, well, we're going to start with the half with an onside kick that the Scorpions are going to get, and they're going to start this possession at the Sidewinders' 40-yard line. No Sidewinder was close to the football, went right to the Scorpions. I forgot my last thought, but the Scorpions are in a very favorable position. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, when you are up 27-0 in the first half, yeah, that's a testament not to your only your offense, but your defense, like you said.
Yeah, it's just like everything's really been working out for them tonight.
Yep, and the Scorpions offense with a lot of leverage, right? I would assume they're breathing pretty smoothly right now. So what should the team's mindset be in this half?
Continue that strong mentality. Just try not to, how some teams sometimes get lazy when they have a big lead like
complacency?
This. Yeah, just keep strong, stay strong throughout the game, and they'll be fine.
And the Sidewinders start out strong by having a big tackle for a loss on the first down and 10.
Yeah, definitely needed that one. I'm not sure if that onside kick was intentional or if they were trying to somehow find a way to end up with the football on their side. Kind of not a great start for them right here on the field, but as long as that defense stays strong, puts a stop to all these plays, they'll be fine.
They just didn't want the Scorpions to start the possession out with the football. That's what happened, right, on the onside kick. But the Scorpions got the ball. They're willing to take the risk. But Scorpions get in. Edwards hands it off to the running back on the outside, and he pushes right down to the middle, gets tackled around the 33-yard line.
We've seen Edwards really, athletic. He can do it all. He can pass the ball really well, and he's also really fast out there on the field. He finds a way to make it through some of these gaps and somehow find a way through the defenders, really.
Yeah, Mooney was able to get in the outside right there. He had some good plays in the first half as well. Big part of this offense that was incredibly electric in the first half. We'll see how it continues its momentum, and we see a flag in the air, perhaps with illegal formation, if I had to infer, but I could totally be wrong. We'll see.
Me too. Offense. 5-yard foul.
I couldn't quite hear the penalty on that play. It was a false start. I just saw the motion, and I saw the flag, so I was thinking perhaps it's that. See if I can guess correctly. That happened last night. I made a wild guess, and I got it right somehow, so got to try it out again, right? Yep, exactly. And regardless, the Scorpions had the football, 3rd down and 9, shotgun formation. Play action. Edwards throws it down the middle. It was rejected, but still caught. You see a jersey pull, and is that a first down? It looks a little short to me.
I'm sure that play was just how they played it out. I mean.
Yep, that was by design.
Yeah, they were like, this one's going to hit this defender, but it's going to land in your hands. Don't worry.
Whether it was by design or not, I can guarantee you that 4th and 1 wasn't the intention. But here we are.
They made it.
And we see quarterback alone in the backfield. He drops back. It's turned out well for him in this situation. He decides to run up the middle or the outside. Did he get the first down? He got. He did get the first down. I assumed it was a first down, but I wanted the confirmation, and here we have it.
Yeah, like I just mentioned, Edwards has really just been running the ball, passing the ball well. Everything's been working out for him tonight.
Absolutely. The Sidewinders defense has struggled to stop this pass attack, and now you add the running attack with the quarterback. Edwards drops back, lobs it out. And did he catch that? He tried to get his feet in. They're going to say it was caught. What a catch.
Wow, I did not think that was caught. I know it was caught, but I don't know if he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, it was really hard to tell from my angle as I see a pole directly in front of me, but, you know, it was caught. So that was an incredibly impressive catch, right? Just like catching it midair while spinning, that body control, that balance. And we see 4 receivers in the outside. The ball is handed right down the middle to Mooney, and he gets quickly tackled at around the 7-yard line.
Looks like the Scorpions are using the Sidewinders play on the Sidewinders, taking it up the middle.
Ba-da-ba. 8:13 remaining in this second half or third quarter.
Almost.
Right. We've seen the Scorpions offense continue that momentum, storming right down the field, in which the Sidewinders positioned them because they got to start out the 40-yard line. And here we have it. 10 personnel right here, 4 receivers in the outside. Edwards, play action, senses pressure, rolls out to his right. He gets, boom, shakalaka, gets tackled. 6-yard line.
It seems like Edwards isn't really fazed by the pressure. I mean, somehow he finds a way to still make his plays. Whatever he's got to do, he's going to do it.
Yeah, he was not quite able, even in plays in that situation where it seems like nothing happened, still got positive gain. Got a hard hit, but having a quarterback who's willing to take those hard hits to get positive yards, got to respect that.
Yeah, because quarterbacks normally get sacked, if anything. They don't really get hit as hard. But Edwards is willing to risk it for his team.
Yep, and he's shown great awareness and instincts in the pocket. And we see it right there. He steps up, and he's going to throw it low velocity, incomplete.
That's one of the few passes we've seen from Edwards tonight that has not been complete.
Yep.
His completion rate tonight has been outstanding.
Yep, it's a 4th down and 6. Perhaps a good. We will see if they go for it. You know, they're in a favorable position regardless. Could be a short field goal or you go for a touchdown. Up 27-0. You have nothing to lose at this exact moment. And we see an aggressive formation right there. Edwards rolls out to his left. He throws it. It's intercepted. So the Sidewinders get the stop miraculously.
Talk about pressure. Wow.
What did you think of the defensive back returning it? Because if he fell on the ground the moment he catches it, it's a touchback, which means that the Sidewinders offense starts at the 20, but instead they're at around the 11 or 12-yard line, 10-yard line.
I mean, I feel like it was a very smart play, you know, kind of in the moment, caught the ball. He didn't kind of just like stand there still. He was like, I'm going to run.
I'm going to go for
it. Gain some yards while I'm at it. You know, ball's in my hand, pretty much game's in my hand.
Yep.
And he went for it.
Trying to go for 6 regardless, right?
Absolutely, always.
And the Sidewinders, you know, unfavorable position following that unsuccessful onside kick, but the offense is on the field after the defense was able to get a miraculous last-second stop on the 4th down and 6.
And you know what? They stopped themselves from being down by 30-plus points right now.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
So overall, win play.
Yep, it's a win play in this offense. Looking to get some momentum, put some points on the field. That was the intention right away, which is why the onside kick was attempted. And it is a 1st down 10, 2 halfbacks on the side of the quarterback. And the defense is going to blitz, anticipating the run. The players on the outside, past the 20, gets wrapped around the ground, but not until he gets to the 25-yard line.
Very nice run right there by number 5, who is Ben Takiri. Ben kind of just took the ball, ran with it, and ran pretty far.
Yep.
Almost got that 1st down if he did not. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he did, but great run right there. He speeding down that line.
Yeah, the Sidewinders offense has been prominent on the run, right? And the defense anticipated that. That's why you saw the blitz there, but was able to get the outside as it felt like the defense was anticipating it going up the middle, and benefited from it.
He did. Made it work out.
Now it's a shotgun formation. We got 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A quick handoff. The running back gets quickly tackled by a swarm of Scorpion defenders for a loss of yards.
Yeah, as the Sidewinders are looking to see the light, it's like the Scorpions are just like, we're still here, still aggressive. You know, mindset stays the same regardless of that play being intercepted.
Yep, still giving the poison, huh?
Absolutely. They biting, they stinging.
Got a lot of that in Arizona, right? Scorpions. I've personally not seen a scorpion yet.
My brother was actually bit by one.
Oh no.
Went to the hospital. I remember I was like 9 years old.
That's terrible.
Yeah. He's good now, but it was definitely a scary moment.
I hope I don't jinx it. I don't want to see a scorpion anytime soon.
Yeah, they're
But
scary.
There's an I formation here. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 in the slot. And it's a quick handoff up the middle. The Scorpions anticipated again, tackling for loss.
Yeah, once again, it was handed off to Ben Takiri right there. Ben kind of tried doing what he could, but as we've seen all night, the Scorpion defenders have just really been there, really aggressive, really just pounding on them.
Scorpions have been super aggressive with the anticipation, like I said, of, attacking the run, right?
Yeah, like as soon as they see someone has the ball in their hands, it's like, whoa, that guy, everyone go for that guy.
How important is it to establish the pass if you are the Sidewinders, because it feels like the Scorpions are expecting the run?
I think it's important just to kind of mix it up, like they shouldn't be expecting the run. They should just kind of play it out as they see it, but I feel like so far everything has worked out for the Scorpions.
And we see a pass attempt right there to the outside, and that is going to be a 4th down after the short pass. It's going to be only a 2-yard gain. So now the Scorpions, decision time right here. Are you going to go for it on the 4th and 13 when you're near the red zone, or are you going to punt it away for more favorable position for your defense? What do you think, Anna?
Definitely punt it away.
Do you think at this moment in the game, though, you have to just take advantage of any opportunity you have to score?
Yeah, I feel like you should, but also if you don't complete that opportunity, like if you don't execute the way you want to, it might end up stinging even more.
And I think the team agrees with you, as it looks like the punter is on the field and the kick is underway. The spiral kick down the field. What a kick! It's near the 20-yard line, and the returner was in a contemplation series, deciding, should I get the ball, should I not? But that was a great punt right there.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going that far. As soon as he kind of kicked it, it looked like it was going to be way shorter, but it ended up working out.
Yeah, it was a spiral kick, and the bounce came as a result. Right, it bounced at least 15 yards.
Yeah, it worked out in their favor for sure.
But now the Scorpions looking to respond offensively. We haven't seen many scenarios in which the team is coming off a previous possession where it didn't score.
Yeah, we'll see how they react to this one. I mean, I think it's one of the first times that they don't score in their possession, if I'm correct. Is it?
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm unsure,
Might
but
be
I
the
know
second.
we haven't.
It's first or second.
We haven't seen much of it all night.
Yeah, I don't have a notebook in front of me with all that information, but I wish I had it.
I know, me either.
And Edwards drops back, throws it to his right side. It is caught. The receiver tries to maneuver around the defender, only for a couple yards.
Nice job right there, kind of jumping up to make that catch, making sure he's still in bounds for in the field, really.
Yeah, Marcus Moore was the target. He's had a good game tonight. He has a touchdown.
Definitely has.
And it's 2:53 remaining in the third quarter. Do you think the offense should remain aggressive in the pass attack or keep running the football to run down the clock?
Depends how much more they want to pad onto their lead.
More again with the catch.
Yeah, it just kind of depends. They want to pad onto that lead, or they kind of want to wait it out a bit, kind of just run the ball a bit.
Yup, and the passing attack has been successful. The clock is running, and they're pushing up the field rather quickly with the pass attack. Edwards has had an awesome night. Multiple touchdown passes, a couple nice runs.
Definitely been great tonight.
Play action. He drops it out to his wide out. Modest gaining.
Edwards' performance tonight has just been incredible. He's done it all.
He really has. This offense in totality has been just dominant anyway, right? When you need the run has come. When you need the pass, whether it's short, intermediate, deep, it feels just very efficient, very fluid.
Yeah, we also can't forget to give credit to his receivers, of course, his running backs, his defense having his back as well to be able to execute those throws and really make them.
Yep, and he's going to throw it deep in a tight window. He did have that interception last possession as well on the 4th down situation. See, it felt like he didn't see the defensive back on that play.
What was that?
Remember the interception?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the interception on the 4th down and 6. That led to the successful, defensive drive for the Sidewinders. That's maybe the only, dark cloud in this game today.
Yeah, kind of like his only maybe mistake, if that.
Yeah, we have a lot of dark clouds here tonight in Phoenix, Arizona that have led to storms.
Plenty.
Hasn't rained since the game started. I think the football gods have been very generous tonight so we can watch these two teams play.
Yeah, they really just have been praying for us, really said.
Right?
You guys are going to get some football tonight, and we have gotten a lot of it.
Yeah. Storms, whether there's 2-inch floods on the ground, whether it's the lights going out here and getting like a burning smell, it's just relentless. We've found a way to fight through and watch football tonight.
Really did.
Now we are under a minute left. It's a 4th down and 6 situation. The Sidewinders have been pretty good defensively this half, bending but not breaking, and now we see the punt underway. 2 straight possessions in which the Sidewinders have stopped this offense of the Scorpions. That was very dynamic in the first half, and we could talk about the offense, the defense, but the special teams showing up on that play.
Absolutely. Special teams is underrated.
Great punt inside the 10-yard line, a very generous bounce that goes around the 9-yard line. And the Sidewinders, the offense, looking for positives, want to put points on the board.
Yeah, hopefully I feel like the Sidewinders' mentality at this point is just not to go scoreless.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time, 12:31 remaining in this game. Reminder, tonight the quarters are a little shorter, so time is a little more dense because, being a little more curious about the weather.
Yeah.
And now the Sidewinders are coming back on the field. The Scorpions look prepared in anticipation for the offense's first play of the possession. It's a late night at Phoenix, Arizona, 8:54 p.m.
Game has gone by relatively quick.
It's been a quick game, but there's been exciting moments. And
lots of them.
A committed crowd willing to be here despite the weather potential.
It's kind of cold for us, Arizona.
And we see a deep pass from the Sidewinders, and great bobble up by number 12 with the incompletion. Yeah, number 12 was right there, being able to stop and be right in front of the tight end and avoiding any type of big play, Anna.
Yeah, it looks like Haney was trying to make that throw out to his guy Bash, but unfortunately ran into some problems, aggressive defense as always.
Yeah, give credit to the defense. It's been exceptional in a lot of ways. Dari Lambert was the corner who deflected that pass, and he was right in front of the receiver the entire time.
Yeah, they've been really aggressive. Can't stress it enough.
We're seeing that urgency from the Sidewinders passing it, but this time going back to the foundation of the offense, running, and the Scorpions expect it. And the clock is winding down, 15 seconds remaining perhaps. That was the last play of the quarter. We will see if they get one more quick one in as we get under the 10-second mark. So it's been a very fast third quarter. Nobody has scored, and it is going to be the end of the third quarter. Scorpions remain in a commanding lead, 27-0, and now we are going to approach the final 12 minutes of tonight. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Varsity Sports Show. 12 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The Scorpions lead 27-0. The Sidewinders are coming in with an opportunity to respond offensively. Get some points on the board, Anna.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they want to do, at least in this last quarter, not go down scoreless, you know. I'd rather see a 7 on there than a 0, I bet you.
What should the offense do to get some points on the board?
I feel like their game plan has been, like, good. It's just the Scorpions have been very aggressive, and they're just, like, everywhere. Like, the throws are working out for Tyler. Like, run game's been good. It's just defense, very strong defense, stopping that team.
And it looks like there might be a safety, and the refs confirm a safety for the Scorpions. So now the defense has contributed to the points on the board.
We've seen a strong defense. At least they get to say who got some points up there, too.
Yeah, I mean, that defense.
Give themselves some credit.
Yeah, scored more points than that offense thus far this game, and it's been incredibly dynamic. And now it gets points they get credit for. What happened on that play?
I feel like quarterback for the Sidewinders, Tyler Haney, kind of just had the ball in his hands for a little bit too long, maybe thought about making his throw for too long. And, I mean, those defenders are quick to find where the ball's at. Whoever's hands it's at, doesn't matter who you are. They're going to look for you. They're going to go after you and do their job, really.
And during this pause, I just want to give credit to our fantastic varsity sports crew. We're as relentless as the players have been today, right? Because we had to worry about the risk with technology, you know, traveling here. I personally couldn't bring my car here because of the risk. And, you know, like Kyle Rogers, Aiden Richmond, Cade Cameron, Michaela, Noel Blumel, Ana De La Cruz right next to me. I'm Jay Wilder. Just everybody has contributed as a team.
Absolutely. We've all kind of pushed through this battle tonight.
Yup, and credit to the players. Also, we talked about the light situation on top of that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we had a power outage.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Yeah,
you know.
No biggie at all, right?
Arizona things.
The skies are a little more clear. It feels a little more calm. I can see the Phoenix skyline from where I'm at, and the ball bobbles. The Scorpions still get the ball. Running out to the outside. Broken tackle. Another broken tackle past the 30. Out of bounds to the 34.
Great receive right there. Made it pretty far after receiving that punt. Kind of ran with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very good return and additional momentum, right? It's 29-0 in favor of the Scorpions in this situation. 11:36 remaining. Anna, what do you think the Sidewinders should do, you know, just to maintain? Because I understand at this point of the game, it's kind of hard to come back from 29-0. So what can they do to come out, like, encourage in a certain respect?
The Sidewinders, I feel like they'll just have to at least, I feel like as soon as they get that first touchdown, they'll be like, you know, we can do this. We know we can. We know what we're capable of doing. I feel like as soon as they get that, really their defense too, just putting a stop to all these plays, stop kind of letting these guys run all over them.
Yep.
Stop that. I feel like that'll kind of bring them back to life a bit.
Absolutely. You know, getting points on the board, you know, you've alluded to that. You know, trying to come up.
Most important part.
2 consecutive defensive stops, you can say. So that's something to be proud of. And the receiver gets some space. He stays up, breaks a swarm of tackles, and wrapped around at the 40-yard line. So that's a big play once again for that Scorpions offense.
Got to give credit to the Scorpions receivers, really. They make the plays, find a way to somehow run with them, too. It's not just like a catch and they get tackled right away. It's like a catch and I'm running with it.
Yep. Yeah, it's been very, very shifty, right?
Yeah, they've done it all.
Yeah, Desani Bikintosh, who had the first touchdown of today's game with the catch. And a quick strike right back to the same guy, and there's be a flag.
There is a penalty marker on the field.
Yeah, that was Anthony Munoz right on him right away from the Sidewinders.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. 99 defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Speaking of roughing the passer, you know, this is obviously a different league, but in the NFL, there's been a lot of talk about just, you know, how, like, quote-unquote soft the calls have been in terms of pass interference. Have you seen that Kevin Hart scene?
I haven't.
Where it's like basically mocking a sack. Like, I need to go to nap. Give me a blanket. Give me a pillow. Have you seen that?
I have
oh
not.
my goodness. It's a pretty accurate representation, unfortunately. But
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that was a connection to this play. I'm just saying in general with the NFL. It's a funny little anecdote with the pass interference situation.
False start. 63 offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Yep, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty from the false start. But, yeah, that Kevin Hart video is very funny. I highly recommend anybody watching it. It's like a few of the broadcasters were, like, carrying him down. He's like, slow down. Put me down gently. Give me a pillow.
Oh, my
I need a nap. I get cold. And that's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that pass looks like it was just out of the receiver's reach right there. It kind of tipped his fingers and then slipped away from him. We haven't really seen much of that from this Scorpions team tonight, though.
No, but, you know, understandably so. Like, the urgency level is a little lower, right, because you're up 29-0 in the fourth quarter, so you're kind of getting into the winter of tonight's game. And it's a very favorable spot right there. And Mooney goes up the middle for a gain of 4 or 5 or 9. 4 or 5 or 9. 9 yards. 7 yards. 7 yards. My math is very off right now.
Are you going to make up your mind, James?
The clock did it for me. Or the scoreboard did.
You got lucky.
I got lucky. And I'm lucky that the scoreboard did his job and told me where the football is.
I'm glad it did.
And a new thrower of the football is on the field. A new football player is on the field at quarterback for the Scorpions.
I think I saw him warming up right here on the sidelines earlier in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that too. The lefty, right?
Yeah, he is a lefty.
The electric arm was possessed or shown in the beginning of warm-ups. Yep, Edwards is on the sideline right now.
I think lefties are so fun to watch. I just think anyone left-handed is just so cool.
And a pass goes just behind the wide receiver for an incomplete pass. Yeah, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 9. You know, the offense has been able to find its way in the red zone for the second time of the half.
Yeah, this offense just continues to impress me.
Yep, and the new quarterback on the football field we talked about. He's got a good arm. He showed some electricity with his throws. It is number 7.
Great number.
Great number. Yeah, number
Not
7,
being biased.
Dylan McKay. And McKay gets it. He hands it off right down the middle. And the Scorpions are close to the end zone, but it looked a little short to me.
Yeah, I think it was just a tad short.
It's close.
For the Scorpions is brought just short of the goal line. It's 3rd and goal. Ball is at the 1-yard line.
1 yard line.
It's on the 1 yard line, so you're right at the threshold of the end zone.
You're right there.
And they stumbled in behind the threshold, and it's going to be a loss of 1 yard.
So you're 2 yards away now.
2 yards away, 4th down and 2. We saw this offense go for it on the 4th down and 6 situation early in the half. Now you're in even better position at the 2 yard line.
I mean, they got to go for it right here.
Yep, it's a 4th down and 2 with an opportunity to lead by 35 or to 38 points, depending on a touchdown, extra point, or 2 points.
That's crazy.
37, actually. My math is off today. And McKay gets immediately pressured, and the Sidewinders defense has been responding in a big way, not allowing a point yet at the half.
Yeah, we've seen this Sidewinder defense kind of just like flip a switch. I'm not saying they were bad first half, but like this second half, they've definitely been more aggressive. Especially like we saw that sack too, stopping some plays.
The Scorpions offense has been so explosive, right? We haven't seen that many methodical drives, you can say, and we've seen in this half more methodical drives, but the Sidewinders have bended, but they haven't broke.
I agree.
And now it's 7:13 remaining in the 4th quarter. So we're about 40, what's the math? It's 40 minutes and 47 seconds into the game.
Yeah, you see, I wouldn't even try doing that math in my head.
40 minutes and 47 seconds into the game. And there's going to be a timeout. So in the meantime, we'll take a quick break before the team comes back on the field.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kate Cameron, and I'm a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm incredibly excited to get started with Varsity Sports Show. As a former high school athlete and Arizona native, I'll be giving you, the viewer, an in-depth look of the play on the field while emphasizing the culture that is the heart and soul of Arizona sports. Varsity Sports Show Nation, let's ride.
We are back on the broadcast, 7:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Sidewinders defense has been very stout this half, not allowing a point. You see the difference on the scoreboard. That is because there was a safety that the Scorpions defense forced, and the Scorpions defense has been special as well, especially.
Yeah, we've seen a lot from them. Seen how strong they really are. Really come together as a team for both sides of the ball.
And Sidewinders are back on the field. The Scorpions defense also back on the field, of course. And similar position to last possession, which led to a safety. Right,
Oof.
so
yeah, we're hoping we don't repeat that play
the
right now.
Scorpions defense is hoping for that second opportunity to get a safety. It's going to be a 1st down and 10. We have two halfbacks next to the quarterback. Hands it off to one of them who goes on the left side and gets stumbled and rolled down to the ground.
Yeah, that defense, man.
It's been everywhere.
It's been insane.
It's emphasized that run, and it's been right there for it.
It's been right there, every single play.
Yup, and now we're under the 7-minute mark, and now the Sidewinders, our offense is looking to respond, get some points on the board before the conclusion of tonight's matchup. What have been like the most notable plays that you remember thus far tonight?
For the Sidewinders or the Scorpions?
Generally, just the game.
Edwards' passes.
Which ones?
Just the far ones. Like, it just amazes me. Like, and then, like, it's not just him, his receivers. Like, it's just been, like, so incredible to watch. Like, personally, I like when quarterbacks make the longer passes because I just think they're so beautiful.
They're more fun to watch?
Yeah, they definitely are. But overall, just how electric this team is, how really, like, put together they really are. They're really strong on both sides of the ball.
Who's your favorite quarterback in the NFL?
It's 3rd down.
Can't say.
You don't know?
I love Patrick Mahomes.
Makes sense.
I am a Cardinals fan, but I love Patrick Mahomes.
Consistent with your philosophy, though.
At least I am.
Yeah, I don't think anybody – you're a baseball fan, right? You're a Dodgers fan. You can never say no to a home run.
Yep, absolutely.
The clock is ticking down continuously, and –
Is it sprinkling again?
Don't say it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's not.
Be quiet. Be
Clear
quiet.
skies.
Don't talk.
We're
Rest of the
finishing this
broadcast,
game.
okay? And there's a deep pass on the outside of the sideline and nearly caught. That was a great throw, just not quite executed.
Yeah, number 19 was the intended receiver right there. Boogie Watkins looked like he was right there. Like, he was trying to make an over-the-shoulder catch on that one. He just could not. What
Holding.
an amazing play.
66 offense. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
And the incomplete pass on top of it, there was a holding on the offense. So the offense moves back on a 4th down situation.
Not what the offense needs right here. I mean, running out of time. If they want to at least get some points up there before the game ends, it's definitely not what was needed.
Absolutely. And offense kind of at that last resort position in the game, right? It might be your last possession. You never know. With 5 minutes left, the clock running down.
Yeah,
Looks like the team is going to punt based on the formation we see on the football field.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of reading from it, too.
And there's the punt. It is underway. It's a booming kick. It's been the highlight of the Sidewinders today. And broken ankles like Kyrie Irving on the outside to the left, into the 30, into the 20, into the 10. God, touchdown, Scorpions!
Wow, just as we had said, they had not scored a touchdown.
So This team has literally scored in every which way. Now special teams, defense, and offense.
They've got it all. Literally all of it works for them.
Correction, it wasn't quite a touchdown. I lied in front of our audience. I apologize, but it's short at the 1 yard line. The kick
You
returner.
were almost there. I mean, it was
I thought it was good.
I thought it was too.
Yeah, it's number 34 who's on the kick return, and that was a great play.
That was.
Number 34, Daniel Everett.
Cool last name.
It's a really cool last name. And this offense is at a favorable position. And
Favorable.
And the Sidewinders, I'm not going to mess that one up. The
Again.
Sidewinders have been stout in the red zone. We'll see if they remain that way. And it's going to be a touchdown for the Scorpions. Edwards skips into the end zone, so the Scorpions are up 35-0 now. I guess.
Well.
Yeah. Special teams didn't score, but the offense made up for it.
Special teams still made a great run on that play, though.
That was an incredible return. Are you kidding me?
All of it's working
Correction,
tonight.
another correction. So two.
Oh, again?
2 touchdown calls held back. It was a holding on the offense. Edwards had a lot of space, and you hear the frustration on the sidelines. And now the team is back on for the next play. We at the 10-yard line instead of the 2 or 1.
We haven't talked about the pink tonight. It's October. Our players are playing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I love to see it.
Shout out to that. That's awesome. Shout out.
That's their second timeout of the half.
And the Sidewinders are calling a timeout. So during this break, Anna, what do you think is going to be talked about on those sidelines at this point in the game?
For the Sidewinders?
Correct.
I think that they need to start kind of not applying, pressuring themselves, but kind of like telling themselves, hey, guys, time's running out. You know, we don't have a lot of game left. So, like, we really got to start making these plays quick, just how the Scorpions have been. And, like, just figure it out. Figure a way to get some points on the board.
Yeah, the defense has to start out by bending but not breaking the way it has the entire half. It almost broke a couple times, but it hasn't yet after that holding.
Has not.
And
so far, so good.
How fortunate is it that we were able to get almost a full football game at least, you know, without any interference with the weather?
Honestly, this is not what I was expecting tonight. I didn't even think we were going to have a game, but we did end up having a game. We're here, you know. I mean, 4 minutes, we'll see. We'll see what the football gods allow us for.
And the football gods have given us some blessings today, right?
Absolutely.
And we're back on the field, and we have 3 receivers on the outside. Edwards hands it off to his fullback, it looks like, who gets wrapped around at the 10-yard line.
I didn't even notice Edwards was back out there. I know he has been for a while, but I don't know when he came back in.
Yeah, McKay was on the field for a little bit, the lefty quarterback, right? But, yeah, he's back on the field, and Ignacio Lopez was the player with the football on that run.
Ignacio.
It's a cool name.
My cousin's name's Ignacio.
Really? That's nice.
Yeah.
Yep, and the clocks are running down. 3:24 remaining in the game. The offense taking its sweet time, understandably so. Now Edwards is scanning the field. No points offensively this half yet for either team. Edwards throws it right down the middle and nearly caught one-handed, but the pass is a little long and it's incomplete.
I thought that pass was going to be caught for a second. My jaw was dropping.
Yeah, there was an opening in the middle of the field where only the receiver was right there, right? But little long, couldn't quite get executed, but it was golden.
Just a tad long.
Just a tad. Just a
bit.
tad. It's a third down. I formation for this Scorpions offense that had an electric first half. You know, a little more modest this half, but the context of the game makes sense. Another handoff. Down the middle, the right side, a juke. The back stays up, but kind of where the team was to start out the possession around the 2 or 1 yard line.
Back to square one.
Yep, Joseph Arcila was the running back.
Back to 4th and goal.
It's actually on the 4 yard line. Looked like the 1 yard line from my sentiment. So
It's okay, James. It's okay, Jay
Yes,
Walder.
I'm sorry. I apologize. And another bending but not breaking situation for the Sidewinders. That's definitely a positive note, Anna. Just being able to bend but not break. Three different times where it's fourth down within the 10-yard line, and the Sidewinders have not budged.
I feel like it's a good sign for the Sidewinders, you know, to be like, we can stop them. Like, we know we have been able to. Kind of saying, like, I know we haven't been able to all game, but, like, we know we can, basically.
Yep, and the players.
Like a statement.
You know, the players played pretty hard. A lot of those players are playing both sides of the field. The defense has been a great representation of the resilience. Offensively, not quite as successful. The Scorpions, though, we've talked about it all day. Fantastic in almost every aspect, firing in all cylinders.
Yeah, we've kind of seen it all. Definitely have seen it all. Offense, defense, and special teams.
Yep, and it's going to be interesting to see what the mindset of this Sidewinders offense is going to be with 146 seconds remaining in the game.
146.
We see a shotgun formation at around the 7-yard line. Quarterback drops back, quickly throws it to his right side. It is caught. Positive yardage. The receiver stays up and goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Number 25, the receiver on the play.
What'd you see on that play?
I saw he kind of caught the ball, ran with it. I feel like they're happy that they will not get that safety again. So just look for the bright spots, you know? Glass is always half full.
Yep, glass half full. That's a positive mindset to live in every aspect of life, right?
Absolutely.
And under the 2-minute mark, and Ana de la Cruz has to do, you know, her duty as a color analyst, being able to interview the coach after a likely win at this moment. Thank you, Ana.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, Ana de la Cruz, great at her job. She's going to come on the field and do what she does well as well in terms of interviewing the head coach. So now it'll just be me the rest of the game for the final 88 seconds, but there's going to be a timeout at the Sidewinders. And with that being the case, we'll take one last brief break.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kate Cameron, and I'm a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm incredibly excited to get started with Varsity Sports Show. As a former high school athlete and Arizona native, I'll be giving you, the viewer, an in-depth look of the play on the field while emphasizing the culture that is the heart and soul of Arizona sports. Varsity Sports Show Nation, let's ride.
The offense and defense are both coming back on the field with the final 88 seconds of the game. The Sidewinders offense not able to get a ton going. The Scorpions defense has been all over the running game, which is, you know, put the offense in a tough position, force to pass the ball with pressure. Scorpions have been fantastic in all cylinders. With the pressure the Lions put up, the secondaries played well. Offensively, Edwards had a great game. Mooney's had a great game, a plethora of the receivers. It's just been an incredibly well-rounded performance, especially early, which is why we see the score as it is, 29-0. Complete pass at the 27, 26-yard line. And it's just been a very electric game for the Scorpions. Almost everything has gone right for this team. The Sidewinders indeed have had a very good defensive second half, being able to bend but not break in the red zone on 3 different occasions. But the Scorpions team, understandably so, that lack of I would say lack, but the less amount of urgency considering, the cushion the team created in this game. Looks like the Scorpions, incredibly likely, almost 100% are going to come away with this win. I would like to know a time when a team has blown a 29-point lead with 40 seconds left. But there's going to be a deep pass on the left side and a flag on that occasion. But, yeah, Sidewinders defensively very good second half. Struggled offensively first half, but defensively very good. Sidewinders, or the Scorpions actually, the biggest strength in this half has been the defense. As a matter of fact, it's the only
Pass
side of the ball
interference.
that has scored.
Number 40 defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And we have a pass interference, so a 15-yard penalty. But like I said, right, the defense is the only, Scorpions defense for that matter, only side of the ball for a team that has scored in this entire second half. It was 27-0 at the end of the first half. It was 14-0 after the first quarter. So every quarter the score was a little down. The amount of points per quarter a little down. But, you know, regardless, the amount of momentum the Scorpions have possessed has been equally apparent. And we're back on the field. 35 seconds left. Drop back. Throws out to his receiver. Incomplete. And the clock has stopped due to the incomplete pass. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10 in this situation. Yeah, once again, we've had quite the conditions here in Phoenix, Arizona. Not very often in October. It's going to be 66 degrees in a football game. That's more Midwestern weather, and I'm from Minnesota, so I can say that very, very firsthand. And, you know, it's kind of nice, but obviously getting to the stadium for pretty much everybody was difficult due to the flooding, due to the traffic, due to the rain. And when we come to the game, unfortunately, the lights went out, but was able to get that resolved, so we were able to play the beautiful game of football. You know, credit to the players being able to fight through that, maintain that resilience. And we're on the next play. Quarterback rolls out to his right side. Deep pass and incomplete once again. The Sidewinders offense is going out with a bang, going for as many big plays as possible in the air. It's a 3rd down and 10. But, yeah, throughout the game, though, the football gods, we talked about it multiple times, just favorable in this respect because we were able to do this game without much rain or wind or anything of that nature. So that is certainly a very big blessing. Both the offense and the defense are preparing to get on the field. Or get on the field, I mean prepare for the play as we approach the twilight of tonight's matchup on this cool Saturday night. Now it's going to be 2 halfbacks next to the quarterback. The defense, only 1 safety for the Scorpions on the outside. Got 2 linebackers. So an aggressive formation for the Scorpions. Been after the quarterback. We've seen the blitz work. We've seen the pressure work. And we see that pressure right away. Deep pass right away, though. And it's going to be incomplete. So it's going to be a 4th down and 10. 16 seconds left. So not many plays left in tonight's matchup. Yeah, but during this time as the game is paused, I would just like to thank our entire Varsity Sports crew. It was a very fun night being able to cover this game with the fortunate weather situation during the game. You know, Cade Cameron, Michaela Nagel, Noel Bumel, and then we also have Aiden Richmond and Kyle Rogers, tech director, Aiden Richmond, PA, Ana De La Cruz, who's on the field right now in preparation for the post-game interview. I am Jay Wilder. It's been a great night thus far. And we'll see what happens on this play. Can the Sidewinders get points on the board? We shall see. And the clock is stopped again at the 7-second yard line, so it looks very likely that the offense of the Scorpions is going to knee on what is going to be a substantial, emphatic win for this football team that was firing on all cylinders throughout the night. Now we're in preparation for the offense coming on the field on the 48-yard line. 1st down and 10, 7 seconds left. The Sidewinders, the only team to call a timeout the second half, called 3 of them, and now both teams are going to call it a night after this play. It looks very evident that's going to be a kneel. And there it is. That is the game. The Salt River Scorpions defeat the Sonoran Sidewinders. Thank you guys so much. Our entire Varsity Sports crew, once again, our camera crew, Cade Cameron, Michaela Nagel, Noel Blumel. And we also have Aiden Richmond, PA, Kyle Rogers, Tech Director, Ana de la Cruz, color analyst. I am Jay Wilder, the play-by-play commentator tonight. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.